Hi everyone, welcome to the first card in May's card class. My name is Stacey Marsh and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in the United Kingdom. Every month I run a class and this is May's class. It's focused around the Artfully, Layered suite and the On the Horizon suite. So we're starting off with card number 1 and this has been put together with the Artfully Layered stamp set that looks like this, and some of the papers that correspond with this set. So everything you need is in your little kit, and apart from your stamped images, you have a piece of thick basic white card that is your card base. Go ahead and give that a nice firm press along the edge with your bone folder. You then have 2 pieces of basic white. One is for the front of your card and one is for the inside of your card. Okay, and then you're going to need 3 pieces of designer series paper. You can choose which images you use, which patterns you use. I've gone for this lovely Bermuda Bay stripe, diagonal stripe. It's got the really big images on the back, so you may wish to not use that. Then we have this really busy layered leaf pattern, and it's made up of Bermuda Bay, mint macaron, pear pizzazz and calypso coral. Now on the back of this you have a plain calypso coral paper. You're going to need a large piece of this for your 3rd card in this month's card class. So when you cut it, just be really careful to obviously cut it with the pattern up the right way, and you're just going to cut a small piece that's 4.5 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres, and that is your next piece. And then the top piece, we have this lovely stripe. I've cut the stripes so they are going horizontal across my card, and on the back you have more layered leaves. Now you really can mix and match these papers, it's entirely up to you which way you use them, and they also look good sort of with the different patterns showing as well, but this is the pattern I've gone for. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to layer these pieces across our piece of basic white. Okay, now this piece of basic white measures 10 centimetres by 14.4 centimetres. Okay, I find this measurement really works for me, and it's quite straightforward to remember as well. I think it's ingrained in my mind now as well. I'm just layering those across my card. You've got a nice thin strip of basic white card showing through each piece, and then this piece we're going to tie some of our lovely pool party sheer ribbon around the middle before we stick it down. Now I'm going to share a little tip with you for adding ribbon to your cards like this, and this is entirely it's just my tip. I find this works really well for me. You may have something that works for you, and that's wonderful. So I'm basically going to tie a piece of the ribbon around just so that it overlaps here, and I'm going to secure that ribbon with a piece of tear and tape. Okay, I find this also saves the amount of ribbon that I use, which is never a bad thing, is it? So I'm tying that just around the middle again and securing with a second piece of tear and tape. Okay, so my ribbon is now nice and secure, and I can pop that onto my card front like so. I saw a post the other day about how do you put your glue on your cards, and every time I now put glue on my cards it reminds me of it. Okay, so there we have our card front coming together. I'm going to stick this piece in the centre as well. I always add a piece in the centre just so that it strengthens that back panel and it makes it feel nice and makes both sides feel like they're the same weight, if that makes sense. Right, so the next thing we need to do is we need to stamp this lovely leaf, and I'm going to stamp that onto a piece of scrap white card. You have some scrap white in your kits, and I'm stamping in Pear Pizzazz pink. one of our Subtles colours. Give that a nice firm press, try not to move it, and there you have it. And there's sort of texture built into this stamp, which is really nice. You get a really nice detail on your image. You're going to go ahead and you're going to cut that out. Either fussy cut it with your scissors or cut it out with the die from the Tropical Layers dies. And then we're going to pop that onto our die cut piece that's in your kit. This die cut comes from the Scalloped Contours dies. And I'm going to stick that down with an adhesive foam strip. I really like these for when you've got a big die. They come in nice size sheets and they do the trick quite nicely. So this is going on in the centre of your card, just about there, and then you can stick down your leaf so that it's flat against that die cut. I'm just doing that by adding some wet glue. I'm sticking it on so that the bottom part doesn't necessarily come below the stitching and the leaf sort of pops off the edge at the top. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to heat emboss your sentiment. The sentiment also comes from the Artfully Layered stamp set. Happiest birthday wishes, really lovely font and a lovely sentiment. I've already gone ahead and I have embossed that and fussy cut it for you. So I've just fussy cut around that, leaving a little black edge, and then we can attach this to our card. Like so. And then to finish off, we can tie on our bow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just slide my ribbon, my remaining piece of ribbon, underneath the strip that we've attached on. And I'm going to tie a nice little bow. I say a nice little bow, it probably will go completely wrong. I can always seem to tie bows well when no one's looking. So we'll see how we do. That's not bad actually. Lovely. And then snip off your tails. Everyone had roughly ½ metre of ribbon in their kit, which is plenty for your bow. And there we have it. That is card design number 1, all complete. I hope you like it.